There's a moment in every long fast that happens before the fast even begins. It's the moment to consider telling someone, a partner, a friend, a coworker, maybe a family member. And the question isn't just who to tell. It's whether telling anyone helps or quietly makes things harder. And this video is all about understanding that decision before you make it. We are in video number 7 of pre-fasting series, where we spend 10 minutes a day learning one strategy to prepare for our 3-week fast. Now let's see who not to tell about our fast. Most people assume that telling others creates accountability. Well, sometimes it does, but often it creates something else. Pressure, defensiveness, and the need to explain yourself. And those things don't show up immediately. They show up later when you are tired, when you are bored, or when you are negotiating with yourself, which in a 3-week fast you do a lot. Now, when people hear you are fasting, they usually fall into one of 3 roles. Not because they're bad people, but because of how humans respond to unfamiliar choices. Understanding those roles ahead of time protects you from unnecessary friction. And the first in that list is the supporter. Now, the supporter listens. They don't panic. They don't try to manage you. They may not fully understand what you are doing, but they respect that you have thought it through. Now, these people can be genuinely helpful, but they are rare. And even supporters don't need daily updates. Then we have the warrior. Now, the warriors care about you, but their care shows up as questions, warnings, and concern disguised as advice. They often say things like, "Are you sure this is safe? That seems extreme," or "I could never do that." They're trying to reduce their discomfort, not yours. And that discomfort often gets handed to you. And the last on the list is the challenger. Now, challengers don't want you to fail, but they're uncomfortable with your choosing something they wouldn't. So they test your decision. They ask for explanation. They debate the logic. They turn your choice into a discussion. And this creates friction. And friction drains energy you will need later. Now, here's the important part. You don't need agreement to proceed. We established this when we were preparing to talk to our doctor about our fast. So if you didn't need the green light from your doctor to make the decision, you don't owe explanation to everyone else who feels entitled to them. This is why many long fasts don't fail because of hunger. They fail because someone is watching, somebody is worried, or someone is waiting for you to stop. And that awareness changes how you experience discomfort. Now, let's see how support is different from accountability. There's an important distinction here. Support and accountability are not the same thing. Accountability adds pressure. Support reduces it. Now, during a long fast, pressure is rarely helpful, but structure is. And support only works when it actually feels supportive. And this is why some people choose to say very little. And this is me. I don't tell anybody but the people who will be directly affected by my fasting period. In my case, this is my husband and my children, and that's it. You don't need to announce your fast. You don't need to explain the details. You can say things like, "I'm doing a planned health reset," or "I am simplifying my routine for a few weeks." That's not dishonesty. Or you can just be quiet about it and don't say anything at all. And that is boundary setting. You are allowed to protect your mental space, which you will need with long-term fasting. Now let's slow this down and make it practical. First action step. Write down the names of 3 to 5 people in your life that you could tell about your fast. Next to each name, write which role they would most likely play. Would they be a supporter, a warrior, or a challenger? There's no judgment. Just be honest. The second action step is decide who, if anyone, needs to know before you begin. And this list should be very short. One person is often enough. Write that person down. And then we have action step number 3. That is where you will draft one simple sentence you can use in the topic when this comes up. Something neutral, non-defensive. For example, I'm doing a planned health reset and I'm being careful about it. Write down your own version. I want you to understand something. A long fast doesn't require an audience. It requires space. The more you protect that space early, the calmer the fast becomes later. Now subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, so you can stay with me through the whole pre-fasting series, and download the free pre-fast workbook where you will find action steps for all of the videos in the series, along with a checklist and reflection. It's completely free and you can find the link to it in the description. Now, in video number 8, we will go deeper into the support systems, what real support looks like, how to ask for it, and how to build it in a way that actually helps you finish. Now, this video was about who doesn't need to know. The next one is about who actually should.